If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough old root, then welcome back. In today's video, we're going to show you our newly expanded yard, as well as our nearly finished driveway. I'm Josh, and this is our daughter, Ivy.
I'm Celia, and this is our son, Hamish.
Here on Steep in the Woods, we live completely off-grid on a 26-acre homestead nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains. You'll see no fancy stuff here. It's just making do with what you have and what you can figure out. So in the way of newly expanded yards, the majority of it you can see behind me. Actually, I guess all of it. Here and there we'll throw in just a few clips of the actual grading process. I'm not one to stick a camera in someone's face, so we just filmed what we could, and that was safe to post. Everybody's got a right to privacy, and the last thing that I'm going to do is intrude on someone else's. I value mine very highly. But anyway, hey, behind us, where we're standing right here, this stack of pallets, that's, you know, for a different project. It's just here because I'm getting them in the sun and I'm letting them dry out. But where I am standing is going to be the new location of the Steep in the Woods tiny house. So this right here in the center. Behind it, behind you, to my right, is our garden. In the middle will be our house, and all of this back here will also be garden. But this section here, since it's not flat, I think it'll be better used for perennial plants. Dwarf fruit trees, a big asparagus patch, blackberries, strawberries, what else? Elderberries. God, we have a lot of those. We just still got to go get them from our last dwelling. But either way, yes, all of this is not necessarily new because the earth was there to begin with, but the cleared out part is new. They did leave me this nice tree right here in the middle, and as long as it continues to look healthy, that will be used for a tree house. I think it's a perfect tree house tree as long as there are no unknown factors that arise if it starts to lean or whatever. So that's not only not on the top of the list at this moment, but we are taking the time in the middle to just observe the tree. Either way, that was, you know, I guess that was not necessary information. But yes, that tree is left. We like it. We hope it works out great, and it'll be an awesome tree house tree. I understand it's probably difficult to get a feel of the size, to gauge the size. There is a burn box in that back corner, and there is a trailer over to the left. But I think the best thing to do is let's just go walk it. I'll get my, my selfie stick so we add a little bit of variation to the video, and it'll give you an idea, at least of how many steps it takes to traverse this amount of growing space that we now have. Selfie stick. Oh. Okay. We got GoPros now, and I really like them. However, they get hot crazy easy. All right, come on. Yep, I think that'll work. Hit this button. So, as you can see, behind me, I'm filming this from both angles, and we are just going for a walk, right? Hey, walking, looking around. As far as the earth itself goes, it is really good dirt. I mean, this is the best dirt that we could hope to find in an area like this, knowing what it was used for in the past. But it's also intermixed with an inordinate amount of dang rocks. We don't have to purchase gravel, we just got to pick it up. You can see behind me, hey, the tree, right? I want to get rid of a couple of those branches. There are a couple that do look a little unnecessary. Namely that one and that one up there. During the grading process, the roots of this tree did get damaged to a degree. So that is the point in which we are watching it to see, how it'll fare in the long run. But either way, still walking, right? walking. Don't know how many steps this is. See behind me, we have like a gully here, right? And that'll be for, I'm thinking, that'll be for dwarf fruit trees because it is steep, right? And that's why the garden area is where it is. And that's why this will be what it will be. Because if you're going to till or to garden, you want it to be flat. You can still have plenty of profit off of a steep piece of property, but you want a more set it and forget it type agriculture there. So yeah, dwarf trees probably in the holler, because it being steep would help us reach the actual berries or the fruit, I guess. And then just everything else just going wherever. No idea yet other than the fruit trees, but it's plenty of space. I mean, I think this is all the space we're going to need to at least produce our own food. As far as selling it, we'll have to either get really good at producing it or just not sell it, maybe. Who knows? I mean, hey, we could have fruit trees so laden with fruit that they're breaking and that we're giving it away, and you know, anything's possible. But either way, hey, presto, rock and roll, garden area, more yard. It really has helped with Ivy being able to, you know, her range of motion has expanded because we can physically see her. She is not allowed to go anywhere where we can't see her, and she's not allowed to go out without her whistle. As she gets a little bit older, you know, we may include some type of defense in that mechanism, whether it's a slingshot or a can of mace. But either way, that's what the deal is now at her current age. And she now gets to roam all of this, whereas before she was locked in a much smaller space. Bungee cord. As far as looking at the driveway goes, I say let's all just hop on the four-wheeler and go check a mail. I do have to measure for a gate somewhere in the middle, so it won't necessarily be a straight shot back and a straight shot down. But hey, GoPros can strap anywhere. So hop on, you know, let's go. All right, everybody hold on. Here we go. See how it's pretty steep over the side. We don't want to go down there. You'll also note the incredible amount of rock around this joint. Gravel is one of your biggest expenses. We don't have to worry about that. Look at that rock. Huge. The original road went up there and then cut down. So we had to get the boys out a second time. Cut us a straight shot here. Hard to tell, but there's an inordinate amount of water right here. Why we cut a ditch. I mean, that's a creek. That's a flat out darn creek right there. There is a back there somewheres, or maybe it's down here. No, I think it's back there. Is a pair of graves. We're not going to bother them, but the people that lived here never did leave. Now, won't you look at the size of these darn beams? You see this? That's huge. We purchased these and had them set in place. There's also some smaller I-beams going this way under them to help spread out the load. But this bridge, or at least the bones of it, this steel here is big enough to drive bulldozers, tractor trailers, what have you over them. My original idea was to get some railroad ties, cut them in half with a chainsaw, and make our bridge out of it. But one of our neighbors, who's in the process of doing some logging, and who also has a sawmill, offered to help save us some money by milling up oak planks out of his own wood. So, this bridge isn't operational yet, and that's why our driveway is called nearly complete, because we still need the bridge and a gate. Gate's important too. But either way, oh, that right there, hey, something else. This was the original culvert, and as you can see, I mean, it was hard to tell it when you was walking on top of it, but that's just shot, totally shot. So that's why we did away with the whole culvert concept and went with a beefy bridge. We're gonna have to cut that up and take it to the scrapyard later. We're still as hard pressed for money as ever, so waste not, want not. I hope no cars drive by with me having a camera on my head. All right, we'll just do this quick. Quick. All right, make sure nothing, I mean, I don't want everything to be on the video, you know, some privacy. All right, nothing in the trash can. Got a box right here. All right, boys, mission accomplished. We got our box. Now let's get up out of here before we get bothered by anybody. When I bought these beams, the man said, big beams. That was it. I had no pictures, I had nothing. But when they rolled up with these, I was impressed. 100% impressed. Come on now. All right, cut y'all back on. Recording. I don't know how many people know how to drive four-wheelers, but there's some interest in, you know, doing repairs or how-to driving videos. We can do that, or hell, just even going for a ride or something. Just let me know. Right here is where I got to measure. And I'll be darned if I didn't forget my tape measure. son of a gun. I guess right here would be the best place to put a gate. That way you got a flat spot to stop on while you open it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So probably, shoot, I guess a 12-foot gate. Gonna need to put a 12-foot gate here. I guess. Maybe not, maybe not. I mean, that'd be a big ass post to have to sink right there to get it up high enough. Get it in the ground here and high enough to support the gate here. Check up there as well. That's where I really wanted to put my gate, because this is a nice flat spot, but I don't know. Let's look somewhere else. Right here, there's bedrock. I don't know if you can pick it out or not, but that ditch stopped where the bedrock is. But I bet, nah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to stop people as close or as far away from the house as possible, as close to the road. I'm thinking a 12-foot gate, probably. And we're back at the house with our mail. And that's pretty much it. Everything is still a work in progress here, and we are doing the best that we can, but we to some extent, we are drowning. This is extraordinarily difficult, and in my mind, I was gonna put out videos more regularly, but between the work and the weather, it's been more difficult than I had pictured. But if you like what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. If you wanna help support the project, there are links below. Until next time, here, Steve in the Woods.